Okay, so we're back from the break. I want to start off by asking, is there anything that you guys thought of, anything that we may have left out from the previous session, or anything that you thought would be relevant moving forward to positive solutions?
Um, yeah, I was really just thinking about, how it used to be
Me too.
and what a great friendship we have and all the great memories that we have together. And I was feeling sad that things have changed since we've been roommates. Um, I'm thinking about, the different things we've talked about maybe doing to help the situation. Um, I'm hopeful. I really care about Desi, and I'd really love to be able to get back to where we were. So I think I was mostly just thinking about how it used to be. Yeah.
That, even though it is sad at times, it says a lot that you were willing to show up here and that you were willing to work on trying to reestablish the good memories and the good times and to move forward in a positive direction. So I think that's awesome. I
Yeah.
think it's awesome that you guys were able to come together enough to say, okay, we need to do something about this. That says a lot about the relationship.
Yeah, I think we really value each other.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you want to add that we haven't?
I felt the same way. Like, I really thought about how we used to get along and just how we used to communicate and feel like I had the other person just to have my back. And with the tension, you kind of don't consider it as much of a, I guess not that it's not as much of a friendship, but when the communication isn't as open, you don't necessarily consider coming to that person first. So I think just being here talking about it has helped just to start opening those doors.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like we're already on our way to building positive. To getting the things that you want. I think that your goals are becoming more actualized than you may even be aware. We're already going in the right direction. Transitions are oftentimes hard and difficult. And even though we knew each other well before we started living with each other, whenever we become roommates and see each other all day, every day, then the dynamics change a little bit. And sometimes that transition from the way we were before we moved into seeing each other all day, every day can be a little low. And it takes time. There's an adjustment period there. But it says a lot that you guys are already here and trying to work through that road. It says a lot about how much you mean to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to ask if there are maybe two things from each one of you that you could commit to start moving forward in the relationship, to start making some positive progress towards the things that you want, towards reestablishing the communication and reestablishing the friendship that you once had, that you're willing to do. So whoever wants to go first, we can just discuss those things.
I'd be willing to, she seems a lot more at ease when the house is cleaner. So I'd be willing to pick up my stuff and maybe help her do some of the house cleaning. I think that might alleviate some of the stress. And I'd also be willing to just start conversation, I guess, and hang out in the same room as her. Even if it's just small talk at first, just to get the ball rolling.
Okay. So let's talk about just cleaning up, doing simple cleaning things and stuff like that. How would Desi, do you think, recognize that you have gone out of your way to do something differently? What kind of things would she notice were different?
She would notice that there weren't dirty dishes on the sink, and that my homework wasn't all spread out everywhere, and that my clean laundry wasn't just piled on the floor waiting to be folded. It would be in my room or already folded. Just stuff like that. At least if I could keep it clean in like the common areas.
So cleaning that, doing a little simple clean, like cleaning the dishes after you use them, and maybe folding your clothes
Yeah.
once the laundry's done. Okay. So what about the communication? How specifically do you think that you could open the communication?
Well, I really liked my idea about, like making dinner if I'm home earlier. And then just saying, hey, how'd your day go? Or maybe not even putting the pressure on her, maybe just starting with me and just sharing how my day went automatically, and just, or something funny happened to me that day, I could tell her about it. So asking her how her day went, but not just that, like also opening myself up.
Now, do you think that would be something you would be doing on a daily basis?
Should be.
Okay. Should be.
Hopefully we'll get there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Those are some easy goals, I think, that would be easy to try in day-to-day living. Maybe start engaging in some conversation and start doing some simple chores. I think that's very well in your grasp. I think that we can move towards that. Would be very easy.
Yeah.
What about you, Desi? Same question. So if you could commit to 2 things that you would be willing to do to try to start working in a positive direction.
I would say maybe being just less critical about it not being clean enough, just kind of being okay with that and valuing our friendship above the cleanliness of the apartment. So making that a priority. And then maybe starting to plan something that we can have in our home.
Okay.
Just getting that idea rolling and just creating the opportunity for us to work together on something.
Okay. Like something like a house party or
Like
something?
a
What
coffee night or like a
Right.
Bible study or whatever. Just having friends over that we can spend time with, or having like a dinner with everyone over.
That's an awesome idea, I think. That would be something you could do once a week or
Mhm.
once every 2 weeks or something like that. That sounds
Yeah.
like a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a healthy way to move in a positive direction. What about the communication? It seems to be something that both of you guys have
Yeah.
mentioned.
That too, I just feel like I can be more open about things.
Okay.
Not be afraid to talk about them, or be intentional about, starting that communication in the morning, or being open about what happened in my day. Not really, even if I'm tired or I don't feel like talking, at least telling her that like that's what I feel like right then. Not
Sure.
just ignoring her. Just, I guess,
Right.
telling her what I feel like, yeah.
I think those are some awesome ideas, and it sounds like that both of us have, both of you guys have already taken the first step to moving in the direction by creating these goals, and they sound like something that, do you feel like that those, if Shalane's meeting those goals, that would improve your her goals, that would improve your relationship?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Shalane? If she was doing those things, would you think that you would notice some difference in the relationship?
Yeah, it just opens it up more. It decreases tension, and I think it would just feel more peaceful and comfortable.
Sure.
And I think that the idea about having people over is great. We love having friends over. We haven't done it a lot lately, so I think that having something like that to plan together and to look forward to, and
I think adding some social events in your home would definitely be a positive.
yeah, I do too.
Okay, so let's switch the question up a little bit. When we're out there and we're successfully rebuilding this relationship, what kind of things would you notice were different?
I'd be happier even throughout the day. I'd be excited to come home. We would be talking more and sharing about our lives and doing nice things for each other. I'd be cleaning up, and maybe she would be affirming me for cleaning up. Yeah, having friends over. I think because there's been so much tension between us, we don't want to bring anyone else into it. But I think it'd be good to have friends over. We'll just be more open with each other. Enjoy hanging out in the same room. Actually hanging out in the same room. And I would really like to, plan stuff maybe once a week to do just the two of us. Go out to coffee, go out for dinner, do yoga.
I think that's a really good idea. It seems like that you used to have a healthy friendship where you guys went out and did things together.
Yeah.
That would maybe even be a challenge, to maybe make a tiny step forward is to plan maybe once in the next 2 weeks. Plan a night where you guys could go out and just watch a movie or do dinner or whatever feels comfortable in your relationship. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we could try that one time in the next 2 weeks. And Desi, I wanted to ask you, when you've met your goal, when you've reached your goal, when the friendship's healthy again and you're having healthy communication, what kind of things would you notice differently about yourself?
About myself, I guess I just have a more positive attitude at home. I tend to get negative, I think, when I feel like our relationship isn't good and when things aren't going the way that I want. But maybe if I just make that effort to be more positive of a person and things are going good between us, then I'd probably, I'd just be more polite and more likely to go out of my way to do special things and plan things. And, it takes a lot of work to have a home, and so it wouldn't bother me so much if I'm doing something extra, maybe. If I know, it's more of an act of service or we're just kind of working together on things. I feel more like it's teamwork. Maybe.
Sure. I think we're already moving in that direction when we're back here. Seems like I'm seeing a lot of smiles on your faces, so that's always positive. All right, I have one final question for you guys. What would other people notice differently about you?
I think they noticed that it wasn't awkward between us, and that we were more warm and engaged and chatting and not so standoffish. That's the main thing they would notice.
What do you think people would notice differently about your relationship?
I think they would feel more welcome in our home. They would just enjoy being in that home a little more, and we could bond with some of our friends better, not just each other.
Yeah.
Too, I think. We'd just be happier, and we'd be spending more time together. So that I feel like we would both feel that we have someone there that has our back and that we can talk to our problems about, and that's just nice to have.
That sounds good. Awesome. I'm grateful that y'all came in today. So we've got you guys came in with a common goal, to reestablish the relationship, maybe by doing some simple things like picking up behind yourself, folding laundry and communicating and just reestablishing the friendship altogether, and being willing to talk and being willing to go out more often and spend some more time together. So it sounds like we've already made some positive progress, and you've set some positive goals for yourself once you leave the session today. And then we've added the little piece on that you guys would spend some time together 1 day a week outside of the home and watch a movie or go out to dinner and stuff sometime over the next 2 weeks. Now, does all this sound like something that all of you are willing to do, both of you are willing to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is check in 2 weeks and see how things are going. Maybe just see if things are moving in the direction that we want them to move into. When we are gaining those positive solutions in our life, we're gaining the positive goals that we want to get. So we'll check in and see how it's going in 2 weeks.
Okay,
Thank y'all for coming in.